Oh yeah, the original series Star Trek Klingons
that
don't look like Klingons.
Really?
Yeah, have
oh,
you
I
not
was gonna be
seen that?
Those are like Romulans. I think I have seen it.
There's a bit in I think is it Deep Space Nine where they go back in time and like the Deep Space Nine crew who know regular Klingons go back and see these old school Klingons, and they're like, what? They turn to Worf, who's with them, and they're like, what the fuck happened? And Worf's just like, we don't talk about it. And that's all the explanation you get.
Hey, that's. I myself am well. Fuck! The cock cannon got
We're
the Teclis of Manfred. Fuck!
These guys,
Right.
and no one else.
Okay. Ban 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 ban.
Tom, tom, tom,
Ban 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 ban.
tom, tom.
How you doing?
Good. How are you? Who's your favourite cartoon X-person mutant?
When I was a kid, I always loved Beast. I always thought Beast was the coolest.
Brains and brawn.
Yeah, because he was like the smart one who fixed all the problems, but also he was pretty good at punching stuff.
Yeah.
And
And he looks real cuddly.
he looks real cuddly, and sometimes he puts his glasses on, and he's just like hanging upside down reading a book.
Quoting Plato.
Yeah,
or
it's like
something.
that's pretty cool.
Wasn't casting Kelsey Grammer as him in the movies just inspired casting that was then wasted by not really having him in the movie?
Oh my god! But do you want to see Kelsey Grammer in weird like blue fursuit?
He was
Was that him?
in X-Men 3. I mean, that movie sucks, but
Which one was X-Men 3?
the really bad one.
Was that the Phoenix one?
No, yeah, kind of. A first try at Phoenix. Look, there he is.
Oh,
Main
God,
screen,
I just
engage.
do not remember that at all. That picture of him looks amazing, but that looks like a Photoshop.
That looks like a Photoshop to me. That's what he really
pretty
looks like.
fucking good there. I just do not. Which one was the third one?
It's the one where they invent the serum that takes away your powers, and then, but also Jean Grey turns into the Phoenix, and she kills everyone.
Yeah.
And then Magneto makes a bridge fly, and then Vinnie Jones says, "I'm the Juggernaut, bitch."
Oh, Vinnie Jones is a great bit of casting as the Juggernaut.
With his plastic abs.
Yeah, like Juggernaut was one of my favorite villains. I thought he was really cool. The difference between 1 and 2, where like the first one is just people in bright colored suits getting thrown through walls.
Well,
Then
they were in black leather suits.
well, black leather suits.
Would you prefer yellow spandex?
Oh my god! It's
Yes,
such a good,
yes, I would, Cyclops,
such a
actually.
good, such a good line. But then the second one, when Wolverine is actually like stabbing people through the head, and you like see the claws come up the back, and you're like, "Geez, okay, they've really like amped this one up a little bit and made it significantly more violent."
Just that opening scene in X-Men 2 where Nightcrawler fucks over the White House.
It's such a good scene.
It's such a cool open.
Nightcrawler, amazing hero. Really, really like him. Citation needed was Nightcrawler. He's Mystique's son, right?
In some continuities, yes.
But
Not in others.
but they don't do that in the movie.
No, they. I think they just kill off Mystique. Oh yeah, you're right. So in the original continuity, she gets shot with one of those syringes that takes away her powers, and she just becomes like naked, normal woman. And Magneto is just like, you're not one of us anymore.
I don't need that set of powers.
Yeah, this isn't what I'm into.
No,
actually,
no, I don't need that.
Never mind that she's still like a super dedicated martial arts expert who kicks ass.
Yeah, it's still like pretty fighty.
She's like just as good as like Black Widow or Hawkeye. Probably worth keeping around.
Yeah, but do you want to be in the superhero squad and be known as you're about as good as Black Widow or Hawkeye?
I don't know, man. They don't die. Oh no, one of them does. But like Hawkeye's one of the last standing original fucking Avengers by the end of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care for those guys. That's not the power I want. Good with a bow. But didn't Black Widow, didn't she have like the super soldier serum or something.
I think in
and
some of the
became-
comics she gets super roided, but I don't think she did in the films. But she gets like child soldier intensive mega training.
Yeah, but that's not as good as superpowers, right?
No, not really. She also can't hurt people who smell the right way, which is like the opposite of a superpower.
I didn't see the movie, so I didn't know
What's
that.
his name? Who's the bad guy in that? Ray Winstone. The
Ray Bloody Winston.
Ray Bloody Winstone.
I guess he doesn't have that accent.
Well,
Okay. Okay.
can he do a Russian accent? Doesn't matter.
Sure.
She's not allowed to punch Ray Winstone.
I'm Ray Winstone.
No, I'm Russian.
I'm Russian. Nos Britannia.
Yeah, she's not allowed to punch him because she can smell him.
Okay.
If you can smell him, you can't punch him. That's the
Wow.
rule.
So what? He's got like pheromone controlling powers.
Yeah, over all of his super soldiers.
To be honest, that's smart. If I'm going to be training up a bunch of kids to be super soldiers, I've seen that as a format enough to know.
Yeah,
at
they
least
usually
one
go
of them-
rogue.
One of them's going to go rogue, and you're probably number one or two on the kill list. Other than that,
I reckon I'd go for hypno suggestion over smelly stuff because, like, what happens if, like, they shoot you from miles away or they explode a room you're in? There's a lot of ways you could kill someone without smelling them.
oh yeah, just wear a gas mask.
Yeah, or shoot them from 100 meters away,
Yeah,
or
God, even like 10 feet. Just stand upwind of them.
what if they get like an injury that means they can't smell anymore?
Oh, that's bad. Yeah.
They get hit on the head real hard and they lose their sense of smell.
Oh my God.
It's got a lot of
Well,
holes.
they get a cold. Just suddenly they all go rogue because COVID happened and they all lost their sense of taste. Oh my God. What the hell? Wow.
Yeah, I think you want to go Clone Soldier Order 66 mass hypnosis route.
That's pretty good. Are they just hypnosis or do they have like little chips or something?
I thought it was hypno training, but I haven't watched any of the cartoon that probably changed how it all works.
Oh God, I bet, yeah.
Shitloads of
There's
extra
a lot
lore.
of rich lore about that.
Because some of them didn't do it, apparently. I don't know how they managed that.
What some of them
There's a couple of like real Chad hero stormtroopers who were like, no, into the air.
Wow.
Point Break style.
Rather than
While there's a Jedi stood there going, what is happening?
what the fuck are you doing? I know you guys are bad shots, but come on, that's not even close to the enemy.
No, I won't do it.
Okay.
That brings us back to X-Men.
Back to X-Men.
Because if they reboot X-Men now, like back into the Marvel universe, which they will do at some point because Disney bought Fox, so they have the rights back. So they could put the X-Men in the MCU if they wanted to.
That would be cool.
But what do you do with like Magneto? Because I feel like Magneto's backstory is very specific to his character.
Yeah.
And without his origin of tortured in Nazi concentration camps, his character motivation makes a lot less sense.
Yeah. It's way less interesting.
But he'd have to be, 90 years old now for that to work, or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
So do you make him... Do you do a time travel thing? Do you change his origin story? How do you tie all that up? Like, do you just say he ages slower? Or was he in stasis, Captain America style? Or there's a lot of ways around it.
Yeah, there's a million ways you can do it.
Because, like, they changed Iron Man origin. He got his bad heart in the Vietnam War in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, when they did the movies, they made it like some undisclosed Middle Eastern Iraq conflict.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because you can just change the setting.
Sure.
It works. But there's something very specific about Magneto
Yeah.
that does, like, why he's so against, like, everyone being, like, identified and rounded up and marked as different.
Can have Magneto's son, Magnet Boy,
Dr. Magnet Hands.
Dr. Magnet Hands. He can have Magnet Boy. He has the exact same powers, and his dad was Magneto.
Oh, Dad Nito.
Dad Nito, and now son Nito.
Right.
He's played by Timothy Chalamet,
Ooh.
and he has all of Magneto's powers and the exact same motives and energy,
Ah.
but all the flashbacks are his dad telling him about,
Okay, so here's second-hand origin story.
Yeah.
He inherits his motivation from his father.
Yeah. Like the Hobgoblin and the Green Goblin, right?
Oh, that's true. I
Where
mean, no
they-
one likes the fucking Goblin 2.
No, he's the worst goblin. He's way less fun.
He's not Willem Dafoe.
He's not Willem Dafoe, who was so fucking perfect as the Green Goblin. Because he just basically doesn't even need the mask. He just
No, he
paints
already
face
has
green
Goblin
and he's
face.
just,
I'm something of a goblin myself, you know.
which I love. And so, yeah, maybe you can just do the Son, or just bring in a different hero.
There's a lot of mutants in the world, right?
Yeah, like so many.
Magneto's pretty cool.
Magneto is an iconic one.
Plus, it helps that both film versions of him have been played real well. Like Ian McKellen, fucking real good at it.
Was so good. That was ace casting, because also he was old in like the 90s, and he like looked the perfect kind of age to pull that off.
And he really carried it. And then Michael Fassbender did a great job of like hunting down Argentinian Nazis
That was
in hiding.
the best scene of the
Those reboots.
yeah, the reboots. Like the reboots were kind of good, but I wasn't in love with them. But that one scene, him hunting down Nazis in Argentina, amazing.
Yeah, I would have watched a whole movie just of that.
Yeah, Magneto Nazi hunter
Yeah.
would have been so good. Would be such like a great, like, make it real slow burn. I
Yeah.
don't want it to be non-stop fucking powers.
No, and you don't even need him to fight someone else with powers at the end or anything like that. Just have him interrogating Swiss bankers, globe-trotting. It's like a real mean version of James Bond.
Yeah.
But it's fine because he's hunting down the worst guys.
Yeah, exactly. Like
So
this
he's doing real
full-
bad shit to get at them.
This full like espionage thing, like, you know, going around, make it like a real like spy thriller kind of thing.
Yeah.
And just super downplay magic powers.
Just he has magnet powers, and that's
Yeah.
all you need to know. You don't need to know any X-Men bullshit to enjoy.
Yeah, I'd love it. Would be such a good film.
It was just really good. Those like 3 scenes or whatever it was were great.
Originally, that's what the movie was going to be, but then they changed it.
Oh, shit.
Those cowards.
Cowards.
I would have loved it. That would have been so much better. Like, I'd wanted it to be a bit like, you know, like Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, like real basic, real
Yeah.
kind of.
You can even have a team of guys that all get picked off one at a time. Like every time they get closer, he ends up losing 1 or 2 of his like.
Yeah, if he's just got like some friends who are helping and them getting like taken out by stuff, I think would be really good.
Yeah, very tense. I like that. Oh, there was a guy who did a real cool Primaris ATV conversion. YouTube. So he's fixed the ATV.
Oh,
Jeez, we've really got to.
ravenous raptors! Wow, it's like Hungry Hippos, but raptors.
Oh, look, he's really fixed the problem. He's like low ground clearance, go-kart front, odd proportions, pointless roll cage. You're right. Let's see what he's done with it by the end of it. He's turned it into an actual like off-road attack vehicle just by like lifting the back up a bit, extending out the roll cage.
The ground clearance is still a little low on the front.
Yeah.
It looks ace.
Looks way cooler. Although it does now look a bit like that weird ATV from Star Trek. Do you remember Star Trek Nemesis? The gun's higher up, which helps. So it's not like totally deafening his driver.
Yeah, it's a little less tinnitus for him.
Because Patrick Stewart loves racing cars. So when they did the last Star Trek Next Gen movie, he was like, I want to drive a space car.
What?
And so they shoehorn in like a real awkward action scene where like the Enterprise sends down a go-kart into the desert and they have a Mad Max car chase.
I don't think I've seen all of the Star Trek films, or at least the TNG ones. I just like didn't
They're not great.
do
Oh
that.
god, it's come up as perhaps one of the most ridiculous scenes in Star Trek.
Okay, you get a clip of this.
So yeah, just imagine like just Mad Max happens in Star Trek. He's like, get to the car.
Get to my space. Okay, right. Why are there bad Mad Max
I
guys?
can't remember.
It's time to try some unsafe velocities.
It just feels so not Star Trek. But they did an interview on Top Gear with Patrick Stewart years later, and he was like, "Yeah, I just wanted to fucking drive a space car, so I made them put this bit in."
He's got special space glasses for the space car.
Like they have teleporters.
Why are they?
I can't remember the plot contrivance that required them to like do a jump into the shuttle with the space car. I guess it's just another one of those planets with a magnetic field that breaks teleporters.
Why isn't fucking Chief O'Brien doing his job? He's got nothing to do all day.
He's
other
sat
than-
in that room.
He stands in a windowless room without a chair and does fucking nothing. Why isn't he beaming them up? Why are they doing all of this fucking bullshit?
Why are they Fast and the Furious
'Cause-
thing this shit?
These low-tech nerds are not like jamming their teleportation.
No way. These are like Mad Max scavengers. And they've got to like jump off a cliff? That's the
Into-
only way to do this? And it happens to have a spring-loaded catcher in it? That was their plan from the start?
And then those guys are just like, shit.
I didn't count on them having a space plane and a space car.
Okay.
Oh.
Why does Data need glasses? Very true.
Oh, yeah.
Very true. Why is he wearing space glasses?
But yeah, I remember at the time thinking, this is dumb, why isn't this in this? And then just the moment Patrick Stewart was like, yeah, I want to drive a space car. I was like, oh, okay, makes sense now.
Just be like, all right, you're getting paid fucking a couple of million to be in this movie. Go and drive a space car. We're not putting it in our film. Like, at what point ever has Captain Picard hinted that he's pretty good at racing a car?
He
Like,
loves off-road dune buggy racing.
no, he loves horses, right? He surely hates dune buggies because they spook the horses,
Yeah.
right?
And he would love to go dig up pots in that desert.
Yeah.
He's literally an archaeologist.
Just why? Also, like, right, mechanically, I don't hate that space car exists. I can imagine them, they're like, sure, we're going down to a desert world. Fuck it, like, just replicate it, just make us a space car. The fact that their ship has special crash pads designed for, you know,
Off-cliff jumps.
weird jumps and clamps to like hold it in place for wacky like shenanigans. That kind of like breaks the vibe a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There you go. Don't watch the movies.
Kirk was the horseman, not Picard. Pretty sure Picard had a whole fucking thing about his saddle and how you always have your saddle.
Yeah,
with you.
yeah, because he went down to the holodeck, but he always brought his saddle with him.
own saddle.
He didn't want like a holodeck saddle
Yeah.
when he went hollow horse riding. But then, to be honest, I think G.K. Lee's thinking of the first Next Gen movie where he goes to Space Heaven and Kirk's already there on a horse ranch. And Picard's like, get out of Space Heaven. We've got to save the universe.
I didn't see that one. This sounds
And
madness.
Kirk's like, but it's pretty cool here. I like horses.
in space heaven, you get to ride horses.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, like Kirk's just living it up in Space Heaven, and Picard's like, get off your ass. We got to save the universe. And Kirk's like, nope, I ride horses now. That's what I do. And Picard's like, fuck, I didn't bring my saddle. I've got
Oh,
to
now
use
I've got to use
this
someone
one.
else's saddle. Gross. It's got that butt stink on it. Ugh. Have they done like a Star Trek Aliens crossover?
Let's find out. I'll tell Xenomorphs, otherwise
Yeah.
it won't work.
Although I imagine the Star Trek phases are actually pretty fucking good versus Xenomorph.
Oh, yeah, they just like, do you think they dissolve the acid blood?
Well, they just like make you just disappear, right?
Depends. Like sometimes they do.
Well, sometimes
they
you
don't.
fire someone in the head and it
And it
explodes.
explodes.
And yeah, that's not what you want.
That's not what you want at all. I think the Klingons would be fucked against xenomorphs. That's for sure.
Klingons would do horribly versus them. They'd be so bad.
Could the Borg assimilate a xenomorph, or would their acid melt all their nanoprobes?
No, they easily could. They try it a couple of times, and then they're like, beep, 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 we
adapt.
reconfigure.
Yeah.
Acid's not a problem anymore. And the aliens are like, shit. Fucking Borg.
Yeah, because then who would assimilate who, right? Because the xenomorphs would be like laying eggs in the Borg, while the Borgs are like injecting the xenomorphs.
I don't think you can lay an egg in a Borg.
But it's like an organic host.
It's
right?
got like some organic stuff, but I don't think it's got enough. Like, is the...
I don't know. I guess they're all different. Depends what they're on their purpose, doesn't it?
I don't think there's enough. I think there's too much machine.
But even then, even if they did lay an egg in them, I feel like the chest burster would just get like assimilated by nanoprobes while it was growing in the stomach,
Yeah.
and it would come out as like a mecha morph.
Mechamorphs.
Well, there's an 80s kids cartoon waiting to
So
happen.
good. Mechamorphs. Boom, amazing off-brand Transformers.
Apparently, there's a Star Trek Transformers crossover.
What? Of course there fucking is.
Wow. Oh, I was hoping it was next gen.
Wait, there's like a cat woman in it.
Do the Klingons join the Decepticons?
No, that's not the...
Oh yeah, the original series Star Trek Klingons
that
don't look like Klingons.
Really?
Yeah, have you
I
not
was gonna be
seen
like,
that?
Those are like Romulans. I think I have seen it.
There's a bit in, I think, is it Deep Space Nine, where they go back in time, and like the Deep Space Nine crew who know regular Klingons go back and see these old school Klingons, and they're like, what? They turn to Worf, who's with them, and they're like, what the fuck happened? And Worf's just like, we don't talk about it. And that's all the explanation you get.
That's...
He was like, all right, Worf, cool. Keep your secrets.
You keep your secrets. It's probably for the best.
Something happened in like the last 200 years. The best Klingon.
Just the best Klingon. That is, God, just your dream guy.
How do you learn to stare like that? Do you think that's how his face normally looks?
Just
Or is he putting it on for being a Klingon?
those perfect eyes.
I need to know which one. Is he Gowron? Or
Yeah, it is Gowron.
just the fucking crazy eyes of a killer.
Opens so wide.
I would never try and fight this man. Do you know
No,
what I mean?
it does look at him.
He's immediately intimidating. It's not natural.
Although he is like an easy target for sand in the face.
That's true. That's his hard counter.
Instantly shut him down.
Pocket sand. Oh, apparently there's an interview with him where he does it in the audition, and they were just like, perfect.
Do that all the time from this point on.
Never break character.
Yeah, you are cast. We're in, baby. We're in.
I love it. Kind of need to know more about the fucking Transformers Star Trek crossover, but I think that's for another day.
Oh, I can imagine Optimus Prime would fucking love just whichever Star Trek captain. They'd get on so well.
They are cut from the same cloth. Do you think they would get into a feedback loop of trying to outnoble each other?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, no, I will lay down more of my troops for the good of our friendship and humanity. No, I don't think we'll do it like that. We must be saving you as representatives of the human race.
Oh god, it would end up like that scene in Endgame where Hawkeye and Black Widow were like out trying to sacrifice each other.
Oh god, just who can die for the cause the most?
It's just a race to die first.
Yeah. Just to make that, just lay down your life. But this is fucking...
What do you think Kirk would teach the Transformers to love? He'd be like, teach us more of your human kissing.
Oh god. Well, probably. He probably fucking... he's making out with one of these. These lady Transformer. Why is there like a...
Why is there a furry with
Why is there
them?
like a furry Catwoman?
She wasn't in the show.
Was she not a Star Trek? Have they ever done cat people? They must have.
Oh, they must have done.
Like, there must be dozens. I don't even know why I asked. Because instantly, chat's just gonna be like, oh, in this episode, it was my favorite one. So many.